Hey there, everybody. Ralph Havens here. And I was watching a show last night, something I watch every single Thursday. And it's a great show that Del Bigtree's The High Wire with Del Bigtree, all about vaccine safety and doing things to help people not be not get man-made diseases, things from toxicity and from vaccines and the scientific research that supports how to get a healthy and happy life. And something struck me last night that was really interesting. And Jen woke up this morning and she had the same kind of idea. After I was this morning, I woke up and did my meditation, and this came to me. And then Jen woke up and it was like, oh my goodness, we're on the same page, literally. And so the deal is, there's this guy that was blacklisted quite a few years ago, and you might even know him. I mean, it was like in the news for many, many months and years, and it continues to be in the news, the regular mainstream news, of this guy that found something in a research project that he was working on. He was a gastroenterologist, a doctor of the GI tract, especially ulcerative colitis and those kind of conditions. And he started to see an issue. He started to see that when kids had the MMR vaccine and they were all given at a certain time, that they developed a GI condition, a chronic gastrointestinal problem. And so he hadn't seen that in children before, and he started investigating, and he found some issues, and he recommended that there was more investigation and that we should start to look at this, that there might be something here. And that was all he pretty much said. And from what I remember, I'll give you the links so you can go look yourself. And but then he was blacklisted all over the media, everywhere, blacklisted. And then he actually lost his medical license. He was an MD that also did clinical research. He lost all of that, lost all of his prestige, all of his power, all of his ways to do his work, lost everything. And it would have been very easy for him just to sink into obscurity and not do anything else. In fact, go get another job, maybe drive trucks or something, or work in the garden, who knows? But he kept looking. He was a really smart guy, and he knew the truth. And the thing is, Desmond Tutu talks about those who remain silent stand with the oppressors. And so once you know something, then it's up to you to decide if you're going to do something with information. So so when you get that knock on the door, you might want to listen. But so this guy was making a movie about it. He decided, I'm going to make a movie about the research and what's going on and what he was seeing in the gastrointestinal world and the with the MMR vaccine, and just get the information out, because he saw it. It was the truth. And so he wasn't, he was just trying to do that. But the deal was, he's very smart, very research oriented, and his movie was very much in the head, very much from the person that talked about it, that saw it, that I just saw an interview with. She was saying, yeah, it's very heady. And so she had an idea to contact somebody. And this guy that she contacted, he had just asked God in a prayer to, because he just found information too. He just found that there was a problem with the vaccine stuff. And he was very influential in Hollywood and in TV shows. And he found that there was a problem. And he presented it to his TV show producers and everybody, that, hey, we should do a show about this. And he was totally shut down. Like, we do not talk about this. We don't go there. We do not do this. We don't do this. Because, of the sponsors and their money and their influence and their power to shut things down. And so he was like, oh my God, this is so big, but what do I do? Because he had built a great career, and Emmy-winning TV show guy. And so he actually put a prayer to God, like, just tell me what to do. Tell me what to do. And moments later, he said, literally, he got a phone call from somebody who had met that doctor and decided and had seen his film and thought, we need some help, and talked to somebody, and they called this guy, this TV guy, and he and moments after he put the prayer out to God and said, hey, we've got this whistleblower thing going on that is, at the Centers for Disease Control, and there's a lot of information coming out about the fraud around the MMR vaccine, and we've got a movie, but we need some help. And so he was like, okay, just got the prayer answered, and it became a whole thing. And now it's a movement because of the way the pharmaceutical industry is working so hard to shut everything down and to blacklist stuff. And there's a guy that I love named Sawyer G, last name J-I, and he has a site called greenmedinfo.com. And what that is a search engine of all the research from PubMed, from the public, from the peer-reviewed medical research, all the research that's about natural healing and natural health and natural compounds and ways to heal the body. And it's all peer-reviewed research from PhDs and MDs, and he's got it into a really cool database, greenmedinfo.com. And he's built a really cool business with it and connected with some very influential people and done really well. And but what happened, he sent an email out because Google and Facebook, they blacklisted him. So he had been generating a lot of traffic. It's called people traffic, people coming to his site and using it. And he had created a really cool way to get this information out to people. And now when you Google any kind of natural stuff, you don't go to Green Med Info anymore, even though he's got a ton of stuff out there that's from the peer-reviewed literature. And so, so that's interesting. And he posted an email to us that I'm on his email list about all these wellness sites, health and net wellness sites, Wellness Mama, natural health sites, the Mercola site, Joseph Mercola, all these people and their traffic, the number of people that can go to their site has gone down, some as much as 99%. And so I thought, wow, that's crazy. So what came to me today was, in much the same way, like, whatever you're dreaming of doing, this is one of our dreams, is to get this information out to the world and change the world, because literally there's a lot of babies dying. You can do your research, and I'll put the link in the, it's icandecide.org. Del Bigtree was the Emmy award-winning TV producer guy who got that call and then made the movie Vaxxed as a result of all that. The story of the whistleblower and at the CDC and of Andrew Wakefield, the doctor who got blacklisted. And so this morning I realized, it's not like we all have to do something by ourselves. You do what you do, and you do as well as you can, and you connect to God or source or whatever you want to call that, and you say your prayer and you follow your guidance. And but the thing is, it's good to have help, right? And so, in much the same way that Andrew Wakefield connected with that woman, who then connected with another person, who then connected with Del Bigtree, and then Del Bigtree helped make that movie. There's somebody out there that knows how to do stuff. So we don't have to do everything. So whatever your dream is, you could think of, who is out there that can help me with this project, and how can you help them? And so my dream is to get people real answers to healing as well. The autoimmune and the anxiety stuff. It's stuff that I solve for myself and my family, and to get this information about vaccine safety, because when you look at the research and the white papers at the icandecide.org is a great place to go look at it and read for yourself the science, the peer-reviewed research. When you see it, it's a big decision time, because then it's like, if you remain silent, you're standing with the oppressors. And so it's kind of like on the Star Wars, when Darth Vader had the Death Star machine out in space, and it was going to destroy Princess Leia's home planet. And all those guys working on the Death Star, working on the computers and cleaning and maintenance and working in the engine room. They were all part of, they were all complicit in that thing. And so there's something that I call Death Star worker syndrome, which is like, don't tell me. I just got my job. I got to make my bills. I got to pay my mortgage. The kids got to go to college. I don't want to know what the company's doing. I just want to do my job. So I'm reaching out also to all the pharmaceutical people working in that industry and all the doctors and all the nurses. Because when you start to look, then you've got information and you can't unknow it. And so I really highly recommend going to Del Bigtree's the ICanDecide.org and then clicking on white papers and reading the research for yourself. So Jen and I are going to pour over that in a little bit. We've been pouring over all sorts of research, but we haven't looked at that actual link yet. So that's our homework for today. And what this message is for you is what do you want to do in the world? What do you want to do? And what's your big dream? And does it matter? And who you might want to look at who can help you. Who can help you? So that's the thing. Jen and I this week relaunched our Miracles, Magic, and Coffee show. So we're going to be doing interviews every Wednesday. First with Jen to get the information out about what we've learned to solve the autoimmune and anxiety stuff for us and our family, and then reaching out to all sorts of practitioners of all sorts and thought leaders and people that have solved problems for themselves, and then get the word out and connect up with the people that can help with this project. So if you're interested in that, you can look for that, and it'll be in the description in just a little bit. And I hope you're having a great Friday. And let me know what your dreams are, and let me know who you think could help you out. All right, everybody, have a great weekend. Baden and I are hitting the road today. It's Jen's admin day. This is a picture of Ben when he first saw me skipping a stone in a place called Punch Bowl in the Columbia River Gorge in Oregon. So we're all doing this for the kids and for ourselves and for the planet. All right, bye now.